Yo, what's up? Happy Christmas Eve. How's everybody doing? Happy Sunday. That banana on. Lay off. What's up? What's up? We're getting right into it. Boring software stream today. Or entertaining software stream if you're into that. I don't know. All right. Let's quickly grab our to-do list. I'm going to let Pen Flash choose what we do in what order because these are pretty much all for Pen Flash. So we got 3 things. Hopefully I'll do all of them today, but... So the first thing is some way to run a coin flip with like a RoboNano command that renders on the overlay, a cool coin flip, like native for when people do side selection or whatever. Restart recording. What's the new pro analysis rule? Who's heard you mention something about 100 views limit or something? Yeah, no popular streamers. I want to find some deep cut pros. That's it. All right. Feature number 2 is it's like a video overlay. And let me explain what this is for. If you guys remember, like when we did the meme where we had the Zammy clutch and we had the, everyone bought sponsorships. We're not doing that, but we are creating overlays for all of those scenarios that are going to be like healthy things. So it'll be like the stay hydrated ace, and there'll be a funny animation of who's drinking some water to remind you to hydrate. Or the posture check thrifty or something. Shit like that. So Noodle Buddha's already working on animations for that. We need a way to render them on the overlay by pressing one button. So posture check thrifty. Just examples. Hydration ace, etc. So we need some overlay that allows us to just pass it a video and it'll render it on screen and probably optional audio. Then the third feature is the team logo overlay. Provide logo plus up to like 5 character short name, and it renders size for spectator. So if you recall, like during the Underpeel, like season 2, the team names would be at the top during the match. Those were just like manual art assets that we had created, which is great and all, but it's not sustainable. These. So I want to programmatically create an API that allows us to just pass in a logo and some text, and it'll render this box like this. 3 is lowest priority. I don't think any of these teams have logos. We can make logo optional though. I think it's still useful to have the text Pen Flash. It's very hard to tell which team is which, but that's a good point. Logo will be optional. Do you have a Stream Deck yet, Pen Flash? I told you to buy one and it expensed me because these features are all going to work with Stream Deck buttons. For viewing experience, I think 3 is the most essential. All right, we'll do this first. It's being delivered? Okay, perfect. Because I could make these work with like Discord commands, but I'm not gonna. And the reason why is because Stream Deck buttons are becoming like the way that the mods are doing things. It's just easier to manage. And so like here's predictions. Like I'll show you how to set these up. We've got a Dropbox folder so you can just import these into your Stream Deck. But this makes everything easy. All right. Does this look right? Pen Flash? Or do you think video overlay should be before coin flip? Just getting our priorities in order for Pen Flash first, chat, and then we're gonna get right into it. Get into the weeds of software development. Video overlay is cooler than coin flip, but we can't use it till our assets are done. Let's do it before coin flip. Coin flip is something you can easily just still do. Like, you can Google coin flip. There's no replacement for this, and you never know. Nuda Buddha might finish some art, right? Okay, this is the order we're gonna work. So let's get right into team logo overlay. So the way I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna create a request. And I'm gonna define what I want it to look like first. So let's see. I want a reference. Yeah, okay, so there's this type. It's called logo. Okay. You think we should provide the left and right teams in one request? Or should we just provide two teams and have a way to swap them if they're on the wrong sides? Like, what's the most intuitive way to call this, chat? If you're a user of this feature, you've got a Stream Deck button. Let's say you've got team 1 versus team 2. You don't know which side they're going to be on. I think it makes sense to just provide the two teams and then have a swap function as well, in case they're on the wrong side. So that way you don't need to define two buttons for each matchup. You just define one button for each matchup of the day before the stream goes live. And you press that button, and if they're on the wrong side, you just press the swap button. I think that makes the most sense. So we'll have two requests. Team logo swap. This will just be type logo swap. And then this actually doesn't need any data when you swap. Would you ever need to support more than two teams? Not really. We'll just do it this way. Let me get one that's 5 letters long. What's a 5-letter long team name that exists? Goats? That. All right, let's get a logo for the TSM team. Fully test this. We'll have one team with a logo, one team without. It's an SVG, that won't work. Perfect. Okay. So we got this request. Well, support sending a logo if you want to. We'll support any PNG. And it's going to look like our goal is this. Okay. Let's just make a front end component for that. We'll zoom in a bit for chat. All right. Any file size, or should it be a square? It doesn't matter. Because, okay, let me explain. So this is an API for moderators to utilize, Ulrich. So whatever it turns out being, it's probably going to require a square, but we don't need to validate that it is a square. because this isn't callable by like a random user. Like you can't call my API. So I can just tell Nuda Buddha and Zendikar, who are going to be using this, like, you know, make sure you provide a square image. And they'll be like, okay. Like there's no reason to put in the extra effort for that. It's just not work or show proof. It's not square. Maybe. I don't even know. Haven't written the code yet. You know? Okay. Oh, really? No. It doesn't add this by default now. All right, we got to put this on the stream layout. App team logo. All right, so if I did all that right, we should now see in the console when I click send right here, a little log. Yep, so there's our data. Can you just make a perfect square with the image provided? There's no reason. And what I'm also going to do now is, if you guys look at the stream, I'm going to, it's going to be fancy. Now hide the overlay. And what you see here is the same overlay, but this is actually my live dev overlay. So when I make a change to my code here, it's actually going to affect the overlay on stream live. So like, for example, if I load the Christmas overlay, but then I change the code a bit and I save the code, you'll see the overlay on stream actually refreshes. So you can see the changes made live right there. The downside is chat is going to refresh every time I update the code. But this is going to be very useful because we need to be able to line up the team logos. Okay. So I guess, how do we clear it? Like, how do we let PemFlash clear it? I guess if the names are both empty, it'll just clear. I mean, I'm down to just do this. Just like that, right? Yeah. Like, easy. Okay. We'll say team 1 name isn't empty and team 2 name isn't empty. So you need to provide 2 team names. Why fuck with that? These are gonna go in separate. Actually, it can be one container, huh? Yeah. We need an outer div, I think, though. Or do we? Is this the team name in here? That Copilot? Yeah. Nah. Because there might not be an image. Yeah, this will work for now. Okay, what do we call swap? Just logo underscore swap. This is almost right. Swap existing. No. Yeah. Yeah, you got me. You got me. It's cooking. Yup. Yup, it's cooking me. There we go. Okay. So we can swap them. We can send over data. And now we just have to render the data, which we're sort of doing. So what happens if I send this over? I guess we don't know where on the hecking thing our dude is. App team logo. Oh, it's way down there. Let's move it. Hey, there's a TSM logo. Bat. All right, how do we know where to position this shit? I mean, for now, we'll just put it in the top left so that when I send data, you see it on stream. There's the TSM logo because I just sent it. So let's fix the size of that first. Okay. Let's change this around. Yo, thank you, Rianu, for the 9 months. It's gonna be a tournament overlay. Yeah, this is for the underpeel. I'm basically making it easier for PenFlash to do his job, so that PenFlash doesn't have to create like images and whatnot. The overlay is just gonna support this stuff. Okay. Force image to square 50. Make image a circle. No thanks. Let's see how that looks. Bet. Oh, sorry. I just refreshed the page and so your sub note have timed out. But thank you for the resub link. Holy. Copilot, it just died. Oh, do not do that. Yeah. Look at that. We got TSM and we got goats. All right, let's move this a bit over. Just for now. Arbitrarily 500 pixels over. There's the TSM logo over there. Then the goats don't have a logo. We need to do backgrounds and stuff. Okay. I feel like it's it looks sort of like this. Hey, honestly, that's pretty dead on. Way too wide, but looking good. Bet. Okay. Team name needs to be vertical centered text. Can I do that like this? No. Why not? The height. It's not respecting his height. I set it to 50 pixels, it's happy. Oh, if I remove the height, it's happy. Really? Oh, bet. Okay. Make this thing a bit wider. Good. A bit thinner, but we gotta fix the spacing. I believe we're looking for space around. Yes. Okay. Text needs padding. Okay. The image needs padding as well. And I think this is setting the height right now, right? Like if I make the team logo 100 pixels tall. Yeah. Okay. Yay. Okay. That's pretty much there. Now let's change TSM's name to be goats. TSM down here. Yeah, 5 letters is getting a bit tight. What happens if we don't set a width? That was kind of good. Okay. Now we've got team logo container. Okay. Good. Okay, so now we have this like box, team logo container. And we need to bind it to, like, we need to put it in the right spot. So first, let's figure out where the top left coordinate needs to be. And the way we do that is really dumb. Essentially, I can just do this. So it is 81 down from the top and 870 from the left. And I can hard code that. So it's 870 from the left. And it's 81 down from the top. So if I were to run it now, that's where the left team logo goes. Like, it's in the right spot now. Now we need to figure out where this tip of the right team logo is to determine its width. $11 or $13.26. Okay. We'll do it over here. So we have to go from here to 13.26. This is like not standard for an application to be this like specific. But in our case, we know that we will be rendering on a 1080p display because this is designed to be an overlay. So we know it should be 456 pixels wide. Like, just force it. Because that's exactly the size we want this to take up. Okay. So now if I were to pull up some Valorant content, let's see what it would look like. Yeah, that's in the right spot, right? Yeah. Now it's a bit ugly because the widths of the two do not match. Too much to the right? No, actually they're perfectly sided. I don't know if you noticed, but these are equidistant, the left and right. This is correct. I've positioned it perfectly. The problem is this is a different distance here because they're not the same width. Zori, it's not what you think. So the width needs to be the same, which is easy. That's easy. Because we'll just take the width of the longer one. Just give or take 200 pixels. And we'll force them to be that width just for test. Yeah, so that's too wide for sure. But now you can see they look perfectly centered. So whatever number we choose here, they has to fit the content. So we can reduce the text padding on the left here, I would say. It should help. Now look. It's looking good. Now we have to do some logic around if there's no logo. So like, it look like if I just hide the logo. Okay, the text padding now is just like biting us in the ass. Maybe there's no point for the padding. Let's see. Nah, we need the padding, but maybe we can define it some other way. This is ugly. What's the image, guys? It's 10 pixels padding. Nah, this don't feel right. Let me look at this. Does not feel right. This text feels like it belongs more to the left. Oh, there it is. And then I believe we can remove the text padding entirely. No. That's way better though. Okay, so for example, here, this is much better. It's not there yet. The grade's too transparent. We need to round the corners. That's easy. Ooh, and I think the image wants left padding, right? Wants everything but right padding, I think. Yeah. Okay. Let's round the corners. Okay. Let's make them... I believe higher number is less transparent. Doom, 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 doom. All right. Well, we need a TSM logo that's not black. We need one that's transparent. Ooh. White TSM logo PNG. Oh, oh, oh. Yes. Easy. Okay. Let's send that. Bingo. I think the logo should just be a bit smaller, right? Yeah. That looks good. And now what happens if I call the swap? Oh, they flipped, but now... Oh, because I didn't add the check. I didn't add the check up here. Yo, Flugum, thank you for the resub. Okay, so I can send the logos over. I can swap them. And I can turn them off just by sending in the same request but empty. Easy. That's functional. So let me add those to my Stream Deck to test. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, we'll have our test blob. And we'll have swap. And we will have teams off. Swap just takes this data. Easy. And teams off just takes this data. Okay. Let me put these on my Stream Deck. 1 sec. All right, I got 3 buttons on my Stream Deck. This one sends the test data over. Good. This one swaps them. Good. And this one turns them off. Done. Done. All right. Good. Good. Yeah, and you can switch sides. Done. Use Google Stream Deck, surprised by their prices. Aren't they just glorified buttons that happen to not be on a keyboard? No, each button has a display behind them, which matters a lot. So it's very convenient for a streamer to use one of these because you can label buttons with like a custom image for what they do. So like here I can switch between my bananas by pressing the banana with the image of the one that I want to be. You can define folders that have even more requests. Like I'd say this thing is not very useful if you're not a streamer, but if you are a streamer, it's like an incredible tool. Like I can hold this button to mute on Discord. It's very useful for a streamer. Okay. Is Penflash here? Or Zendikar? Boom. No? Tough. Alright, I think this is good. So now we need to just do the next one. The next one's going to be a bit tough because I need a sample MP4. Let me see if I can grab the Zami clutch .mp4 real quick. Give me a sec. Boom. Boom, boom. Has who's drawn a stream Epic Pen. Boom. Where did he send this to me? You just put it in stream chat? I can't find this file. Did I sponsor this event for Zammy Clutch? Yes. Does he put it in chat? I recall him making an MP4 during... Oh no, fuck. Everyone starts laughing right here. Because he shared it. And I put it in the overlay. Man, where is it? Is this it? Oh, it's not pointing at it, right? I need this MP4 file or like WebM. Dropbox me. I don't think I put it in the Dropbox because this was like a one-time thing. Maybe I did. I don't think I did. No. Boop, 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 boop. All right, I guess we can grab any WebM or GIF that's transparent. I just like need one. That's an animation. Yeah, let's try this. This is the original OG? Yeah, okay. We're gonna try this. Boom, 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 boom. All right. We'll have the source and then duration in seconds. And we'll stick with that for now. Let's make a folder. Okay. Add a component. Okay. Damn, it figured out the type. Look at that. App animation. Okay. Where's my browser? Here it is. So when I send this, it should just log it. Bingo. Okay. This seems pretty straightforward. We'll set a timeout. Close enough. Okay. That should work. We'll just fully center this thing. All right, let's try that out. So we just need to slap this on the scene. Okay. So when I send this data, yeah, bet it plays this animation. That's in the wrong spot though. And there we go. It disappeared. That's good. It's in the wrong spot. And it's not moving. So let's give it a longer duration. Vertical needs to not have 100% width. Do, 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 do. Okay. Yeah, bingo. That's playing in the center of stream, right? Yeah. I mean, that was easy. That's like the whole thing. You just provide animation to play and a duration. Yeah. That's the whole feature. Now the rest is on the art team, right? Like, okay. So let's just put this, make a Stream Deck button for that test data. Grab that. Test information. Put it on my Stream Deck. All right, so if that worked, I should be able to press a button on my Stream Deck to play this animation. Let me open up some blank canvas. And bam. Oop. That didn't work. Why didn't it work? Ooh, when I send it there, it does work. Ooh, request was canceled. Oh no, there it goes. There it goes. Let me look at my Stream Deck button again. Looks right. Looks right. Ah, there we go. There we go. How'd you integrate Discord as your Twitch chat? The code is all open source. It's kind of complicated, but you can go read it. Done. Coin flip. How do we do a cool coin flip animation? I feel like that's going to be the hardest thing. Do we use the same existing component to run a coin flip? We probably do, right? We just need two different animations that show up heads and tails. And then we need to pick randomly between them. Whoa. What's going on there? Oh, we're back. Yeah, because we can like have a custom coin flip animation. One sec. Hide my screen. On top of animations for the repeal, thrifty, ace, etc. Can you make one for coin flip heads? Boo doo boo. Boom. Bring the squid back. What? Wonder if Stream Deck supports random selection. If it does, we're done here. Because once we have those animations, we just make a Stream Deck button that picks one of the requests at random. Oh, bet. So it picks one of those 4 randomly? Bro, that's easy. Yeah, bet. We're done then. Coin flip we get for free. We just need the art. This animation component we just made can do the coin flip. Because on the stream deck, you just define a random choice between the coin flip heads and coin flip tails. Bet. Wait, that took less time than I thought. How long have we been live? Less than an hour? It took me less than an hour and we're done with all the features for the underpeel? Shit. All right, let me publish and deploy this. 1 sec. Okay. Ooh, we are lagging. We are giga lagging on the... There we go. Add custom animation and team logo overlays. Oh, it is super lagging. We are mega lagging. What the heck? At Woohoojin, I can help you with Angular. Do I look like I need help? I need help with my SSH connection. Let's just reload the window. History restored. Okay. Yep, looks bad. Really? Why don't you go open a PR then? Here's the repo. We'd love to review your PR. Alright, let me kill this overlay. Bam. Bam. Can you share the link? Yeah, dude. All right, let's refresh the stream overlay and our changes should be deployed. Let's test it. Let's go to Christmas theme first and let's pull up some Valorant. Wow, don't search Valorant. Wow. All right, so browse the stream, team logos. Bet. Swap. Bet. Off. Bet. Play squid animation. Done. Oh, dude, the squid animation should display here. Not in the true center of the screen, but in this center of the screen. Right? Yeah. Let's say it's not centered. It is centered. It's centered on the screen, but it's not centered on the captured region. 1 sec. Let me get the dimensions of that. Okay. So we actually want this 273 pixels away from the left. We want it to be 927 pixels tall. And we'll leave a comment here. Centered on capture card, not the screen. Fix centering issue with animations. We can just rebuild that. That's where am I? Oh, I'm here. The squid animation is just for testing. Yes, you can send over any animation. I built the front end to be dynamic, so that way Nudabuda can create new animations and we can just play them on stream without having to edit the code again. If that makes sense. Okay. Let's go back to Christmas and now. Yes, yes. I know the squid's biased to the right, but that's because this animation file has the squid biased to the right. It's not because it's just a bad test file. See, he hops over here. Actually, well, he kind of is in the middle more. One sec. The right size. If it's the right size, we gotta trust it'll look right. And it's just a bad test animation, huh? Because it looks too far to the right now. But it shouldn't be. But it sure looks like it is, right? It really looks like it is. That's totally too far looking right. It's got a width. It's got the wrong width. It's got the wrong width. It still has 1920 width, even though I needed to subtract 273 pixels from it. God. God, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Boo doo boo. Boo doo doo. That's what I get for not actually just testing my change and instead just deploying, thinking I could do it in one go. Okay. Refresh. Winter. What's up, Sabrosa? Bam! That is centered. Team logos. Swap. Swap. Team logos off. Bam. What's the squid guy for? Nothing. It's just a test animation. You can supply any animation source. Okay, that's good. Fix horizontal centering on animation. Yeah. The ideas for the underpeel birds are real. Is that Nudabuda is going to make some animations like the hydration ace and the posture check thrifty and whatnot. And when those things happen during the game, we can press a button and play it on like PemFlash's overlay without any extra effort. So the squid is just a sample animation, but we can play any animation for any duration. Boom, 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 boom. And then additionally, we set up these. So you can see team names at the top. So that way during the underpeel, we can provide a team overlay. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. I think that's it. Coin flip is done because we just need animations for them. I think that's all the features that PenFlash needs for the underpeel. So barring that, I think we should work on I want to fix the in-house overlays. That's done. These are good. Is that how you want the coin flip animated? I'm not an artist. I pay my artists to do that. Nuda Buddha is highly creative, and I let her be creative. I tell her I want a coin flip animation, that's it. And I need two. One that lands heads, one that lands tails. Everything else is up to her. She's the professional. Boom, boom. She might not even make it. We've got multiple artists. She's the VP of art. I'll be right back. I use the bathroom. Give me a sec. All right, I'm back. All right, we got hella time, so I actually want to work on a more ambitious feature. Let me pitch it to you, chat. So a lot of you have Hoochbox. A lot of you have Hoochbox. I want to make a way for you to redeem Hoochbox for like TTS. Like, let's say you can redeem 20k Hoochbox for a message that gets read TTS. Boo, boo, boo. This guy linked a PR already. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the hell's this guy PRing. Initial cleanup example. You removed my types. Okay. Because they're implicit. You've ran like a linter. On a few files. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, boo. Boo, boo. What does this do? Boom, boom, boom. Automatic change detection is deactivated. But then you never push updated changes in the code, dude. Won't this break the cool bar? Boop, 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 boom. Boop, boop. Change section has to be explicitly invoked. Boop, 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 boop. Boom, 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 boom. Boop, boop, boop. Bro, you are just deleting white space. Colors equals colors. You created a file called utility.ts that just contains one constant called colors. I don't think that makes sense, man. This isn't even a utility. Boo, boo. It makes sense. But this is all stylistic. I don't think stylistic changes really matter on a project this small. The only thing that's a behavioral change is this, but our application does not have performance issues. So I don't see why we would try to min-max it. Boom, boom, boom. Da, da. All is matter if you are a dev. I am a dev. I worked professionally in the industry for about 6 years. And I've worked at very big companies that work with this framework. And I'm pretty confident that stylistic changes don't really matter as long as style is enforced. And we already have a style that's enforced. I have worked for 10 years. I'm sorry, dude. I'm not interested in your PR. It's just, you just ran a heckin' linter on the code. You removed some types. This doesn't matter. This is the style that we chose, that Brad and I chose, that we roll with. It doesn't really matter if they're implicit or explicit. I don't know why you changed that. This doesn't implement anything. I'll send it to Brad though. We can get Brad's take. I don't think Brad cares about this either. Hi, I've been a dev for 20 years. All your indents should be 3 spaces. We'll send PR shortly. Right? Like, that's the vibe I'm getting. Like, what? Why are you changing the spacing on, like... Dude. Just check my LinkedIn, bro. Nah, get this guy out of here. I can't handle this. I'm not gonna handle the heck gig. The code supremacist. Go to Brad's stream. He'll be way more patient with you. Twitch.tv/CloudZdev. I don't have Brad's patience. I will keep the PR open though, so Brad can look at it and change my mind if I just banned you unjustly. Because he's even deeper into the SDE rabbit hole than me, but I don't think so. I think I'm pretty justified. It's funny at least, dude. Now he's definitely onto something with the on push optimization. I'd say that's the one thing that I didn't even know about in the Angular framework. But I don't think it matters for our application, which runs on just my laptop as an overlay. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. Do I want to do TTS right now, though? It would require Discord bot changes. I'd have to create an API front-end component. My portfolio bigger than yours, bro vibes. Yeah. No, it was like he was talking down on me or something. I don't know. It was weird. I was asking for justification as to why he wants to change the style we used, and he just says, trust me, this style is good. And I'm like, huh? Suki Miyuki, thank you for the 11 months. Can I stream what tech stack using on this project? I got you. Okay. So this project can be broken down into a few interacting projects. We got the Discord bot. Oops. We have a backend server. And then we have a web front end. And then I'd say there's a fourth thing, which is like mods stream decks. So this backend server publishes a bunch of event streams. And those event streams get subscribed on the web front end so it can render shit. So for example, I can press a button right now on my mod stream deck to, bam, display some team logos up here and swap them around and whatnot, turn them off. So this can publish data, which will lead to the backend server then sending data onto the event stream. And this is locked behind auth, of course, so you can't just send a event. The Discord bot manages a bunch of stuff in the Discord, like points, VOD reviews, roles, and whatnot. But it can also publish data to the event streams. So for example, if I start a VOD review for me, you can type like a Riot ID, a rank, and bam, the front end will load that up over on the left, and it'll highlight my messages in chat. And that's because it's sending data to the back end, which then publishes to an event stream that the web front end subscribes to, so it knows whose message to highlight, essentially. And that goes on here, like in the chat component. So you can see it gets the VOD review stream, and then it sets the VOD reviewee to the user ID and, you know, debug message. We're going to highlight this user's messages. Mod stream decks have access to the Discord bot? No, the stream decks talk directly to the backend server. There's no reason for the stream decks to talk to the Discord bot. The Discord bot does not manage the event streams. The backend server manages the event streams. So the stream decks send requests directly to that, like this. I'm not going to show you the headers for obvious reasons, even though it is locked behind a variable. That's where like the auth token is and everything. But if you just go look at the code, there's RoboBanana front end, and then there's RoboBanana, which contains all the backend code. So in server, this is where you'll see the backend server. This is where that lives. And this has a bunch of stuff. The bot and the backend server mutually can connect to DB. This is where we store things like temporals, your Hooge bucks, and whatnot. So this is roughly what it looks like. Boom, 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 boom. It's all open source, so you can go look at it. Coding a small movie review social media. Yeah, good luck. I recommend you go to Brad's stream sometime. Cloudsy Dev. Brad does like code reviews, similar to how I do like VOD reviews. This is a very good resource if you're like an up and coming software developer. How difficult it would be to yoink the code, use it for a personal server? You mean like your own stream setup? If you're not technically savvy, it would be impossible. Like, a lot of this code is designed specifically for my stream. Like, there's the sheesh meter. And if we pull that up, like, this specifically is designed to listen for who sheeshes, who stares. So you'd have to edit this quite a bit. Your thoughts, someone using your code for their streams? Totally fine. That's why we published it. That's why it's open source. Oh, we do need to set up the license. Let me do that. I forgot to do this. We need a copy left license, which basically means anyone can use our code for whatever they want, but wherever they use it, their code also has to be open source. So like if some streamer takes my overlays, develops it for their stream in some way, shape or form, that's totally fine. But their changes and their overlay has to also be open source so that other people can use that. What the hell? Clip replay feature used for Sensitor per robot in a backend too? No, that's a custom OBS plugin. That is just called, so OBS replay buffer built into OBS, and then you want, it's called OBS. Let me look. Tools, scripts, yeah. Instant replay Lua. So there's this Lua file called Instant Replay, and what it basically does is it grabs the most recent replay buffer output and it loads it into a designated media path in your OBS. So you can then display that in your OBS. Would you take legal action if someone copied it, modified it for their stream, and didn't make it open source? That is a very complicated question. It depends. I don't think that would happen because, like, the only time I take legal action if it's like a huge streamer and they're profiting hella off of my tech without, like, you know, open sourcing. And even then, I'd probably just ask them to open source it because you never resort to legal action first, right? There's no way anybody's going to do that maliciously because the tech is not like the source of income for a streamer generally. They probably just would do it on accident. And so you just be like, yo, you please public your code because you're using my framework. You know? I can't imagine anyone ever taking like the code maliciously. Bro, this is getting annoying. Why can't I open the GPL? Isn't there like a native way in GitHub to add a license to a thing? I need to be signed in, I think. Really hard to tell if it happened. Not really with my tech stack, no. All of the event streams from my tech stack they're public. Like, you can subscribe to them. So like if they manipulate it to a point beyond that, at that point it's not even my code anyways. Okay, we're logged in. Isn't there a way to add a license? If I do this, oh my goat. Yep. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, it's copy left. Perfect. I knew that GitHub had support for this in some capacity because I've done this before. I knew it had templates. That's really unintuitive, right? Like you have to type license and then this button appears. Like that is so unintuitive. I knew you could do something like that though. Okay, there we go. Bam. Now it's properly licensed. Boom, boom. And so now that should display. Yeah, there we go. Good. Bingo. Bingo. Yeah, we got 18 forks. Boom, boom, boom. You know what? I'm gonna work on the overlays. Let me show you. Boom, 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 boom. So we have these overlay components. And they're not implemented the other ranks. So I'm gonna do them. See if this looks right. This was my problem. I can't export this inner. Is anybody like a Figma pro? Do you know why this happens? I was having this problem with specifically this middle element. And it's because of the way the designer did this. Is there's this dark background. I mean, I could just do this actually. This is so jank, but there's actually nothing stopping me from just doing this. Right? There actually isn't. There's no reason I can't do that. Stream Deck overlays, themes, Ascendant in-houses. All right, let's just change this footer. Let me add a Stream Deck button. That don't look right. I probably need to put this on Imgur because it's on my custom random ass domain. Bingo. Bingo. Yeah, it was easy. Like, bam. I just screenshotted it. All right. I'm pretty sure I can export this one though. Oh, is this gonna have transparency issues? We're gonna find out. Yeah, it is. Honestly, it's time to just... It worked once. How do you scroll to the sides in Figma? Like that. I grab the right pixel. Start down here. Bingo. Yeah, that's the right one. That's the right one. Bottom right image. Let me see the bottom left image. The designer could see me doing it this way, they'd probably like cry, right? And they probably wouldn't be that mad. It works. Surprised Twitch does not have a computer dev category. I think they do, but YouTube does not. I'm multi-streaming right now. Okay, let's see. Okay, well, it sent one of them. Bottom right one appears to be red. This doesn't make sense. Oh, well. I guess that would make sense, huh? Bingo. Now let's get the colors right. Okay, so this main text is here. Sub-goal left background. Boom, boom. Full left text. Full black. Good. Right background. Slightly off black. Bam. Hey, that looks kind of good. Let's run a prediction. Test that. This huge win. Ooh, okay. It's a bit too dark. I'm closing the prediction before anybody bets on it. Let's use this green. Is Figma page public? It is. Ooh. That looks clean, no? All right. Now we need to fix the immortal footer. You see how the immortal is offset? Let's fix that. I gotta hide my screen because I'm opening a DM. All right. I'm such a pro. Okay, Ascendant in-houses are good. Mortal in-houses. Update the footer. Ascendant, Immortal. Bingo! Immortal text meant to have his color filled in. Oh, I might be grabbing an old version of it. You're right. Let me double check the design. Yes, it is meant to be filled in. It's part of the design. You're chilling. Okay. Let's grab the open. For open in-houses. Boom, boom. Okay, that should just be Ascendant. Yes, good. Using the overlays last night. I mean, I was just using the Immortal one because I don't have the other ones. I'm doing that right now. Good. Good. Footer. This is bottom left. And then bottom right. Okay. Now I gotta do the colors. Ooh, we're using like a white. Is this just solid black? It is. And the right one is the same color. Interesting. And is it still black text or is it like off black? You never know with this guy. Black. Bam. Bam. Mortal. Ascendant. Open. Bam. Any of these have different ad backgrounds? No. The long piece still very funny, right? I think it's just so that the width, yeah, is consistent. Am I crazy? Or does it look like the Immortal is a bit wider? It is on the left. Do you see that? You gotta be kidding me. What? This one is 542 wide. This one's 544 wide. That's gonna drive me insane. You see that? On the bottom left, the Immortal thing moves 2 pixels to the right. The red bar. Well, I gotta tell the designer. Burn it down, start over. See, no, I thought you meant the text. No, yeah, it's the bar. You can't unsee it once you see it. Damn, other than that though, looking clean. Looking real clean. And now let me turn off the prediction. Bam. Does the center not have a bottom glow like the others? Oh god, really? You're right. I will also fill that the design. The Immortal text filled in. Yeah, no, it's like that in the design. This is good for now. Only we will know about those minor differences, chat, because nobody else is going to see me switch between them rapidly like that. Just us. I'm still going to make sure that it gets fixed. Don't worry. You didn't think about it listing all 3? Yeah, exactly. Like, you're not going to notice that in a one-off. Let's see. I'm trying to think of other random tasks I have to complete that I've been putting off. This is Variety Sunday is productive. Ooh, we did have a list, a longer list of good and bad tokens for the sheesh meter. So that way people don't just sheesh and stare to move it up and down. Who made these designs? It's not one person. There's multiple designers, but most of the front end overlay stuff is Brendan. Yeah, let's call it for there on coding. I'm done with that. We've made enough progress. Close, close, close. Did I close Discord? I did. You ever fix that one prediction bug? You mean the one where you vote and the bot says you didn't vote, but you did? I've never even looked at that system. Let me look. Brad wrote the entire prediction system. You get this message, right? Unable to cast vote. No, you don't even get this. You get an error. So we just need to respond to the interaction sooner. Like, assuming they've submitted a valid thingy. So, like, right here, at this point, this person submitted a valid wager. And now we should just return. Because they should see their wager show up in the list anyways. Nah, I'd have to set up a testing server to test this properly, because I don't want to make people actually like bet points while I'm live testing something, because that's a recipe for me restarting the bot during a prediction and having to go into DB to reset a fucking prediction or something. F's supposed to be there? Yes. So F before a string like this, Brian, stands for format string. Do you see this bit in the string? Brackets point balance like that? See how it's highlighted in the code? If you remove the F, you see how point balance is now highlighted differently? It's because this is no longer going to bring the actual value of this variable into the string. The F signifies this is a format string. I'm going to supply some variables inside of the string. This. Sometimes people just call them F strings. There's this string which doesn't have a variable in it, does not have an F in front, but you can find another one with a variable that does have an F. Yeah, the other way you used to do it would be like this. Like that. But this is way harder to read. Especially when you start adding multiple variables into your string. Did you learn Python? Most languages have format strings. So this is not like a Python exclusive feature. Now the syntax, of course, is Python exclusive, but anytime there's like a feature that you use in a language, most of the time other languages have a similar feature, and you should operate under that context. So for example, here is a format string in TypeScript. You use backticks instead of normal quotes, and it's a format string. Oh wait, no. Actually, you can just use normal quotes. Why are we using backticks? I don't know why he's using backticks. You F? No, because backticks are format string. How do you format string in is it just backticks? There are multiple ways to do it. No, I'm getting dizzy. It is backticks. I'm dumb. Yeah, and then you list your variable in this syntax, but it's the same idea. You gonna play ranked afterwards? Timed out. No asking me what I'm gonna do on the stream. My eyes on you guys. Back in my day, we didn't have fancy schmancy F. Yeah, back in my day, we added strings together. Yo, what's up, Flash? Oh shit, I missed a bunch of subs. Fabrice Scott X, thank you for the tier 1. Naja, thank you for the prime. Overcast Delight, thank you for the prime. Draftle, thank you for the prime. And AG Base Drop TTV, thank you for the 11-month prime. Doing anything for Christmas Eve? Yes. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. So my Christmas is actually happening like December 28th because Lisa is traveling right now to visit her family. Alone. Come play in houses. This stream will start a bit later. If you don't have anyone to spend time with on Christmas, I will be running some in-houses for all subscribers, not tier 3. Please do not enter if you have anyone to spend the holidays with. This is not an event for you. Just to make those who do not have anyone to feel less lonely. Boom, boom, boom. Your family does stuff on Christmas Eve, so I'll probably show up. Do not play, okay? Like if you're in a position where you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go hang out with my family in 3 days or a bit late or whatever, don't enter the in-houses. This is for the people who are like, literally like they don't have heckin' family or whatever, you know? I don't want people who are like, oh, I don't celebrate Christmas, can I play or whatever? No. You get what I'm saying, CFOD? So the people who like feel like genuinely lonely on the holidays because they don't have anybody to spend the time with whatsoever. Okay. So like if you enter this raffle without being that person, just know that you're really fucked up because you're basically stealing a seat from somebody who doesn't have anybody. But we'll open those to all subscribers tomorrow. I'll play. We'll do some in-houses, have some fun. Right? Like you'd literally be stealing joy from a lonely person on Christmas. Like you'd have to be so... If you do that, just know that you're actually evil. Like you're actually a bad person. Change your nickname to Grinch? Nah, it's worse than that, honestly. Like if you're knowingly taking from somebody who has like nothing, that's worse, dude. It's worse. Boom, boom. I want the background of their mic banned. Nah. Like, here's an example of somebody who might have somebody in their background and would be totally fine. Let's say you're in college, you're in your dorm, you're overseas or something, you're not going home for the holidays, and you've got like a roommate who you're not really friends with, but you had to have a roommate because of dorming, you know? Well, then you'll have somebody in your background, but you'd still qualify, you know? It's just going to be honor system. There's no way to truly enforce it. Just know that like if you join, even though I do weekly in-houses for everyone, if you join like specifically the Christmas ones for the lonely people, just know that you're a loser, you know? Throw down someone to do that. Well, there's no way to validate, you know? But it's all good. It's more like you don't need to validate. You like if you do that, then you learn that you're that type of person, and it's like great. I'll bludgeon a man to death if that happens. The bludgeon demon's not messing around. Boom, boom, boom. Take my bludgeoning very seriously, Huge. I'm going to announce the event actually before I forget. The event link. Sorry for double ping. If you are genuinely alone for the holidays and want someone to spend some time with, I will be hosting a 3-hour in-house block tomorrow for all subscribers. 21 22 23 Prime. I kindly ask you do not enter to play if you are not alone holidays. This will be on the honor system. Well, like, are you really gonna steal someone who has nothing? See you there. Let's have some fun. Yo, Fairlight TV, thank you for the Prime. Alanis RL, thank you for the Prime. I get off work 5:30 Eastern today. Still streaming Gift Tier 3s. Those that a way to get it so I can play in-house after Christmas. I will not be streaming. You can do it some other time. It's all good. The in-houses tomorrow are not Tier 3 only. It'll be everybody. Yeah, and I will cancel tomorrow's normal morning stream event. It's Christmas. We'll be right back on Tuesday for VOD review and whatnot. When is it? Zephy, I'm just going to time you out. Zephy. So first of all, in the announcement, it's the first thing at the top. This is displayed in your local time. But even then, if you didn't see that, you could click the events tab. It's right there. Come on, Zephy. Come on. You're better than this. Time for PP Master 0610 to dominate the in-houses. Bet you genuinely alone, Tempo? Turn up. No, I can't. I'm not alone, unfortunately. Shut up. Don't joke that way. It's like so privileged. GG, thank you for the prime. Like, you think the people who are alone would rather have fucking in-houses than a goddamn family? No. Boom. Boom, boom. It's possible in-houses are everything. Okay, Tempo. Tempo, you've literally won 0 in-houses ever. Maybe my Christmas miracle is an in-house win. In-house is NA only. You'll need an NA account. Yeah, unfortunately. But if you do look at the sub goal in the bottom right, I recognize this is an annoying thing for the EU and APAC viewers. So at 2,000 subs, I will be scheduling a long trip out to play nothing but in-houses in your home regions. Time comes will be glorious. Dude, I am not looking forward to figuring out the logistics of traveling and playing Valorant. Oh my god. That's why I set the sub goal so high, because it's going to be expensive. Because like I need to be able to stream. And I need a gaming PC that can actually run Valorant, like at a competitive level. Maybe there's like an Airbnb that offers gaming PC in it. Nah. I am much bigger than that. There are gaming organizations that have facilities all around the world. Odds are one of them will be willing to host me. It's just a lot of logistic work that I've got to put in. Sharp Arrow, thank you for the prime. You have something like that when you're in Vegas? Nah, I just brought my laptop to Vegas. I was able to stream in Vegas, but not play Valorant, really. I could play it, but at like 50 FPS. A laptop. Which country you plan to travel to? Undecided at this time. That's going to depend on a million factors then. And factors that I can't figure out ahead of time. Because basically I need to reach out to orgs and be like, yo, can I use your facilities? And when one of them says yes, well, that's going to dictate where I go, right? Because maybe one has facility in Spain. There's a facility in London. Who knows, right? So it depends on that. And I'm not going to go asking these orgs if I can use their facilities yet. Because who knows? Maybe I'm a year away from 2,000 subs. And if I ask them now, they'll be like, where are you at? When are you turning up? And I'll be like, I don't know, you know? So I don't know where I'm going to travel. But it'll be somewhere in EU and APAC, and I will do my best to optimize like my geolocation such that the servers we play on are like the most fair for the largest number of players, you know? I hope I have a choice, you know? I hope that I've got multiple countries that are willing to have me, and then I get to like do a analysis. That's unlikely, honestly. I'm probably just gonna have to go with one. We'll see. Singapore, maybe. I'll hang out with Jing. We are technically in content creator office hours, by the way, for the next 30 minutes. And then we're ending. Interesting analytics where your most popular EU APAC. It's the English speaking areas. That's a very easy question to answer. Like the UK is my biggest EU audience. And Australia is going to be my biggest APAC audience. You know, I'm not looking into this at all right now, Alanis, because we have no timeline. Something you want to submit? Video. Bet. This is just the best Gecko Ascent tech. Okay.
Hello, aspiring.
Like, are you submitting this as like genuine YouTube video? Like, give me your tastes or takes on my content? Like, let's talk about the thumbnail first. It sucks. This text is way too small. Hard to read. It just looks like unprofessional. I don't know if the text is good enough. Yeah, so unless you've got like clips of pro players using these, very unlikely.
Or maybe you are already a Gecko Knight. I'm here to teach you some.
Like the problem is you're bronze.
Wing mana to, and
So like you have no claim to saying like you're a Gecko master or whatever. Like, let's pretend that your tracker is Radiant and you have 500 hours on Gecko and you're Gecko one trick. That's going to be a lot easier to listen to than a bronze player who plays hella Gecko. You know? Like, is some of this tech going to be good? Yeah. I'm sure it will be. The problem is I'd never ever recommend this video, like even without watching it, because there's no shot all of the tech is good. And how is a player going to be able to filter through it?
So, sending your B attacker.
All right, anyways, there's no timestamps. The audio's really low.
Shove it by tiles.
And you're just like
Block
talking.
up, jump throw. What that does here.
Yeah, like let's just talk about this flash.
Attacker right now.
How do you justify throwing it on the left versus the right? Because the right should theoretically get a deeper cat line and a deeper bot mid line. Boom, boom.
And
Like, do you talk about that?
Maybe good playing with a teammate. You just jump throw. Does the same thing. You can play off it as well as your teammate. You can pick it up. You can.
Here's what do you mean? You're just talking? There's no editing whatsoever. Here, look. I don't know. Best Cypher setups. Sure.
Today, we're going to show you 2 important Cypher setups for every map. What's going on, guys? It's your host, Sergeant Frost, and today we will be showcasing some sick Cypher setups that you can use in-game from Tree and should be played as a retake setup. The first step for this strong retake setup, of course, is the most exciting part, the cages. To throw these cages, position yourself into the corner and then you will see these very thin leaves.
Like, just the difference in presentation is so insanely palpable, right?
Bit of a threat in market.
I can't even understand what Sifa's saying.
Not wanting to fight you. Jump throw over here. It's kind of finicky. It does hit the person tough. And that's the
Yeah, let's look at this flash, right? It looks cool.
Not wanting to fight you. Jump
Okay.
over here.
It looks really cool, but then you call it finicky.
It does hit the person tough.
So I need visual aid to see exactly what it hits. Like, put multiple dudes in market, throw this flash and get a bird's eye view from like a camera, show me what it does hit and what it doesn't hit.
And
then show me a gameplay clip.
Good thing here. It's kind of hard.
If you're really trying to sell it.
B as a Gecko here.
Like, you can't call it finicky and then be like, okay, time for the next one. Like, what do you mean? do you mean it's finicky? If my initiator player says I'm flashing market and I peek market and they're not flashed, then I'm going to be pissed. And so I need to know what it flashes. If my initiator says, yo, I'm flashing market, but if I'm on the right, they won't be blind, bet. Like if they know their flash just blinds this or whatever, bet. But you can't just say it's finicky. You feel me, CFOD? At the end of the day, you're like too low elo to be making guides, man. I don't know. It's not something you want to hear, but like imagine a hecking chess novice posted chess YouTube tutorials in like a one opening that they've been really studying. You would never watch that, right? Even if like this person has supposedly been studying that opening like hella, it's like, dude, you're 1100 elo. Yeah, this thumbnail's way better.
Should ideally get this line for anyone that's trying to hide from it. Now, if you have Astra, it's okay to smoke this, but you should try to stun this line as deep as you possibly can. After Breach stuns, he just needs to run with his team. Jet at the start of the round should smoke this. The smoke is mainly there just in case there's somebody peeking, right?
Yeah.
If somebody peeks here like this with an op,
this is what a good edit looks like. You get it? You were just trying to find some cool flashes for the map? Look, dude, you linked me the video. This is content creator office hours. I'm giving you the hard facts of why your video is never going to succeed. Because ultimately, content creator office hours are for people who want to grow a YouTube channel and like potentially pursue content creation as a living. And this won't work for you. The editing doesn't exist. Your presentation's no good. And you're also not good enough at the game to create this style of content to begin with, which is tough. To be fair, that finesse video require a team of helpers. Yeah, it does. But you can just get a bunch of friends in a custom. But yeah, it's not simple. But I assure you, finesse is not the one who got these friends into this custom, you know? Like, this is, the editor did this.
Just throw the smoke on the ground to be as safe as possible. So Jet throws a smoke and just continues running. Now Jet can do one of two things. Go right or go left. Right is risky, and you might actually get...
Like, finesse is just talking, and his editor's including these things, which is really nice. And yeah, if you don't have an editor, you have to do it. I don't know. Let's look at mine, because I'm notorious for lazy editing. I'm not going to lie.
Clean movement is one of the most satisfying things to watch.
I edited this entire video, okay? I did not like pay somebody to edit this. I edited all of it. I made all the music for it. So there's no like privilege here where I'm doing less work.
Valorant. It's also one of the most important mechanical aspects of your game to develop. No amount of high-level raw aim will be enough to cover up bad movement. But how do we practice our movement? With this video, I hope to provide you with a comprehensive answer to that question. Not only am I going to show you the exact drills I give my private students, but I will also show you how to objectively measure and track your own current skill level. This will make the path abundantly clear for any avid learners who wish to take their game to the next level.
Okay, clear intro. I'm including visual aids along the way. How to record, blah, blah, blah. Dead zoning.
Dead zoning is a technique that allows you to shoot accurate bullets while changing directions. Notice that I always have exactly one of my movement keys pressed at all times while performing this mechanic. While your agent is changing directions, there is a small window.
Okay, so essentially what I'm saying is you're lacking storyboarding, which is you need to write a script for the video, record that script, and then overlay relevant A-roll, B-roll on top. Okay? If we go way back, I have done videos where I don't do this. Like, this is one of my first YouTube videos.
Hello, YouTube. Coach Rahujin here, and I'd like to give you a quick
And this is just a raw take. But you'll notice even in this video, after I explain everything,
at least a week.
I come back and I break down. Bam. Bam. You see? So even in like one of my first YouTube videos where it's pretty much no editing, I go through, explain what the video is going to be about. Then once I actually get to demonstrating the technique, I slow it down and I add some editing to break down exactly what's going on. Yeah, and also the video is 4 minutes long, exactly tempo. Like a 17-minute long unedited video is a bit hard to watch. You can see I'm like 17 minutes to showcase a handful of flashes. Well, yeah, exactly. And like C5, you recall how you were like, oh, but check out the flash at 3 minutes. Then why isn't that in your intro? Like if you want me to see that so bad, why wasn't that in your first 30 seconds? It's like a teaser where it's like Gekko's a simple agent on paper. However, he's very complex in practice. And then bam, you show this really cool flash and you show it hitting 4 people and you getting a 4K or something, right? You need to hook your audience if you want them to watch for 17 minutes. So here, I'll go look.
And going into lane, and it hits this person here. You'll have to going into
Is it this one?
Then you just run jump throw. It hits the people coming out and going into.
Yeah, bro, your lineup just landed on the roof here. You can't even pick this one up, CFOD. Like, I get it. This isn't the one you want me to look at, but this is in your video. The flash you just threw in your video can't be recovered. When you easily could have thrown one that lands right here. And this is something like a Radiant Gekko main would have learned, and they would have pointed out. They would have been like, be careful when you throw this, by the way. If you throw it a bit too far to the right, it can land on top of this roof, and you won't be able to pick it up. So make sure you throw it this way, looking at this thing or whatever. And then it lands over here, and it's easy for you to pick up, right? Like, you're missing the nuance, which is why you can't make content like this when you're not very good at the game. Because you're like standard for what constitutes good is too low. All right, let's look.
This one's like a lineup. You actually have
This
to
one's like a lineup.
be very mindful of what
Okay,
you're playing.
bet.
So you want to line up with this arch here, and you want to kind of get this line, brick line. You want to aim it into like about the middle of this whole gap, I'd say. You want to be here, and then you want to just jump throw it.
I don't like how precise the lineup looks and how imprecise the way you describe to line it up. But let me go see. Yeah, you just walked an indeterminate distance away from the wall and then aimed roughly in the middle of this thing. Did he jump, chat? Let me see.
I'd say you want to be here, and then you want to just jump throw it.
Oh, fuck. No, chat. Not only did he jump throw, he jump delayed throwed. Which is different. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, hopefully that doesn't matter. Glad we got a keyboard overlay at least. Lowest rank someone could be while making good content, do you think? Iron. Unless you mean good guides. Like if you mean educational content, trying to teach people how to like rank up, you can't be bronze. I say if you're into educational content and you're lower ranked, then and you don't want to get good, then you should do analysis.
How far up are we right
No
now?
flame to analyst. It's just true.
Not for me. Rash is ready.
Instead of like getting cracked at Valorant, you can study professional teams and the patterns in which they attack. And you can break that down instead. Okay, let me take a step away. Let me aim in the middle and jump throw. No, mine didn't bounce.
Up and away.
Mine didn't bounce.
Throw this whole gap, and be very mindful of where you're placing. So you want to line up with this arch here, and you want to.
Yeah, he took 2 steps. My bad. Oh, there it is. Bro, why don't you say line up on the corner of this brick and then hecking point the arrow of your dizzy throw at like this or something. Nope, that's not right. Let's find another thing. How about here? Nope. But you get what I'm saying. Like, it's too precise. It's too precise for you to be like, okay, step away from the wall and aim in the middle here. It's terrible content.
Get this line, brick line.
I'm sorry, but
Aim it into,
it
like,
is
about
CFOD.
the middle of this whole gap, I'd say. You want to be here, and then you want to.
The lineup might be good though, so I'm curious to see it.
That was bad, isn't it? You'll have to practice this throw a bit.
What
There
does
you
it
go.
flash?
And
Wait,
it
you don't want it to bounce?
pops here. So as you can see, all of bot mid, yours. All of actual mid, yours. Catwalk, yours. This top mid, unfortunately, is not yours. So you.
CFOD. I'm sorry, but like, when do you use this? I'm just thinking about standard Ascent defense. If we're fighting for mid, we're playing like operator. They fight here, they fell back after getting a pick. But then they're not going to reswing. They'll play some like market control line. Usually you give up market, fight for B site. You don't really fight mid this way much. You fight for it from cat. I guess you could support flash for the cat player, but it doesn't blind tiles. So we need a tile smoke. But then why are we back here? Because we want to be bot mid so we can peek with our guy. I need to see gameplay examples. You see, like, I think maybe it could work, but the way that you like position your teammates around this is like so unique that you need to be like prepped for it, right? Also, this thing lands God knows where. Like, yeah, way down there. Is that really worth it over? I don't know. You could probably throw one straight up, no? Okay, that comes back to me, and that blinds the same shit. Like, am I crazy? Does he have a range? It's easier to dodge with more range. Is it measurable between 57 meters and 48 meters? That's a range of 45. Got it. Blind bot mid. That's top mid. I presume you mean. Or oh, you mean down over here, bro? But like, you don't retake bot mid, no? Like if they're bot mid right now in your market, you almost always play for like this line with your dude. This guy can spot them, see if they're canceling. But you don't really fight for this space if they're bot mid. So I don't think that part matters. This is the problem. So the flash is cool, CFOD. I'm not going to lie to you. It's very cool. Okay, it goes through a cool hole in the ceiling and it comes forward just into the 45-meter range. Okay, and all of that is cool. But I don't know if it's any fucking good unless I see you using it in a very strong lobby successfully. You feel? I don't want a gameplay clip of you killing a silver player with it. I need to see you killing hecking Sinatra. You feel? Because I need to see if it works against the best players. Because I'm not a Gecko main, so I can't tell you if it's good or bad. My hunch is it's bad, but I could realistically see that if you can manipulate the team around this flash enough and you set up the bait the right way, I could see it being good. Like if you're a Gecko main and you've like learned how to play around this flash a ton and you know exactly how to call your cat player to get like some cool timing off the flash and you call that and you include the clip, then it's banger. It's banger. But you don't have that and you can't provide that. in your current state. Grim content, a good example of this? Yeah. Grim walls on their own are a gimmick. Grim killing professionals with the Grim walls? Well, shit, he's onto something. You're also not a Gecko main trying to find the coolest flashes on maps? I mean, okay. That makes the content even worse. That's one more reason not to watch it, you know? What are the comments saying? What the fuck? I think you linked it to some friends and they all dropped an inside joke. And so the dude got comments from his friends and likes from his friends. That has to be, right? This is so cringe. If somebody drops this comment on my channel, I'm shadow banning them. Yeah, don't take it the wrong way, CFOD. I'm trying to like genuinely tell you all the issues with the content so that if you're trying to make good content, like you have to attack it from a lot of angles. You need to get way better at Valorant if you want to make that type of content. You have to main Gecko if you want to make Gecko content. And you need clips. So I say step 1, hit Radiant. Along the way, clip all of your cool flashes that hit against pro players. Step 2, storyboard. Step 3, record. Step 4, edit and include the clips. What a step 1? I mean, I'm being honest. Hire an editor. Well, I'm presuming dude doesn't have money. Like, I didn't have money when I started making content. It's not an easy first step, but it's mandatory. Huge, what's your opinion on the Wu-Tang? No, I'm not going down this rabbit hole right now. Rest of the fucking owl type B. Yeah! Yeah! HTTMM 6000, thank you for the prime. This command works in chat now. Ooh, oh, how's this work? Is this like a new thing from Fossabot? Can you office hours 1 minute of my sick Radiant video? It depends. Are you genuinely trying to grow your channel? Or do you just want me to react, Andy, to your shit post? I'm in the video. All right, fine. Drop it. React, Andy. Coming online. Well, where do I want to go? What timestamp tempo? Oh, there's me. 30 seconds.
No, please don't. Fuck, stop watching. Not me, short. Okay. Pick him on. I'm 1 HP, I'm 1 HP.
You clipped yourself killing Box in the in-house line.
Short clear. Graffiti clear. One nuclear. Holy shit. Away with murder, man. Remind me to... He is hard peeking. Alright.
Whoa, what happened here?
He is hard peeking. Alright.
I feel like we're missing something. Tempo. I feel like there's something missing from this clip. It's kind of like I swung and killed your ass.
They're just going for solos. Yeah, he just solo reswung, no dash.
Another fall?
He's confident. I like it, honestly. Down for it.
The tempo playbook. peak. You say Tempo is cooking. He is getting out-fragged by a Sky and an Omen, and Tempo is playing Chamber. Elaborate right now. He heard me.
Yeah, that clip's good. That clip is so good. Now, what song is this? What song is this? This shit's licensed as fuck. I'm done watching your montage. You watched what you needed to see? Dude, that part was so funny. I remember that stream moment. I always go for the... It's just good streamer humor. You always want to set yourself up for as many instant karma scenarios as possible, you know? Because it's just funny. It's just funny. That's why I'm always like, watch this, guys. I'm the fucking CEO of Satcheling Short right now. And then I either hit it and I can go like, I'm the CEO! Or I whiff and then everyone clips it and laughs at me. And like either way is banger, you know? But nobody ever clips the times it works. It's bad. React Annie to my other 15-second video? No. You've officially received VOD review and now you must implement the feedback if you want more VOD review. I only clip your raised satchels. Sorry. Like my bad ones? You only clip my bad ones? Or do you clip the good ones too? Why'd you type hee hee? There are good ones? Come on! Flank, let's flank, let's flank, let's flank.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm down.
This is in-houses! I'm playing Brim! You can't clip in-houses, dude. I tried in the in-houses open block once, all time, and it was yesterday in the second half of Split. Because Sergio trash talked me mid-game. And you can't clip anything from that second half to make fun of me. You know why? I was a fucking smurf. You don't want me try harder in the in-houses. Stop this. Stop this. Don't make fun of me in the open in-houses. There'd be no clips. Well, I mean, everyone would clip my 7th ace or whatever, you know, like... No. Is the in-house? You said you're no longer allowed to play Duelist as in that game? Oh, yeah, I remember that. I played Raze. So my Raze is notoriously bad, right? But I've been grinding Raze. And so I've been picking Raze in the in-houses. And I remember I picked it in one of the open in-houses. And I was like, oh, shit. I can't play this agent anymore. Because that's too good. Let me find that game. Where is it? The customs. It was a while ago. I stopped picking it. Yeah, I think it was this one. Yeah. Yeah. I remember. I played this one and I was like, okay, I'm not going to pick Raze in the open in-houses. Yeah, I even told Pep Flash, I'm like, you gotta remind me. Don't let me pick Duelist. It was Jet. Oh, yeah. Any of my Duelist games in the open in-houses, I mean, Jet is even more egregious. You can see I was way worse at Raze when I was even like a little bit ago. But this one? I mean, you won this one. It's not that one. do. Oh, was it this one? I remember this game. I think I pre-fired the off-angle wall bang. No, I'm not watching that. I'm not watching that. I'm not watching that. Who's Haven? Who's this? Is Haven? Pen flash. Yeah, I think this was the game. Duelist is too easy for me to accidentally like autopilot because the role is so like. I mean, that's like the nature of the role. You just have to be really fast. I find the most consistent way for me to be heavy in the in-houses is I play like some support agent and I follow every call made super assiduously. I find that Ascendant players, they miscomm so much stuff that if I deadass trust their miscomm, I perform pretty poorly consistently. And then I call them out on their miscomm later. Boom, boom, boom. I take them really literally, like to an annoying degree. Like there was a round on that map yesterday where bombs planted here, it's post plant, we're on the retake, I'm coming tree, teammates coming heaven, it's 2v2, they've got two somewhere main, and my teammate calls wine and right. And so you know what I do while my crosshair was on the left? I moved my crosshair to the right because the wine guy's too far away to peek me. But then I got peeked from the left immediately. I was like, huh, you said wine. You should have said left and right. So like I'll take these calls like super literally. And I find that that nerfs the Ascendant players enough because their comms are that bad. I clip your moments too. I mean, is this the Sheriff Ace?
Planted.
Yeah. Like everyone would clip this though. Like this is a super clip. The Omen requesting you to satchel site. Yeah, and I just satchel site and die. How about the rope clip? Let me see. I don't remember this one. They have a trip. This isn't even me. That throws a whole wrench in the plan.
Yeah, this plan.
You wish you could jump on the rope this good? You can practice it. It's actually not that hard. You just need 3 different fingers for the 3 different keys. You can't use like 2 fingers. So you need 1 dedicated left finger, 1 dedicated right finger, and then 1 dedicated like let go of rope finger or whatever, or grab rope finger. Is Ztall laughing? No, we got Dopai, JG, OD. Oh wait, actually it could be Ztall. Ztall is there. Oh, this is Premiere, I remember. Well, it's time to demonstrate the rope jump. Because this is important tech that Zendikar must learn.
They think they can walk all
Doing forwards and backwards is harder? No? No.
I've got a grenade that says
What do you mean?
otherwise. My ult's ready.
Forwards and backwards, you just move your hands to W and S instead of A and D. Like you move your fingers. It's the same thing. Okay. So it's essentially like you just have to switch between left and right. Or yeah, like we can do forwards and backwards. Like there's no difference. Although I've never practiced forwards and backwards. It's the directions that are hard. You need 3 fingers, okay? So you've got your dudes. So when I'm doing it left and right, I'm not joking. This is my ring finger, okay? This is my thumb, okay? And then here, this is my grab key, E. I have my index finger. But as long as it's 3 fingers, it's fine. Like, don't be like, dumb. It doesn't matter, okay? Just 3 fingers. See, there goes Vatis. Like, it doesn't matter. This is what I do. And you just, like, I don't know. You grab and jump between them. You don't need jump? Well, I got jump on my right hand. Scroll wheel. Yeah, you grab the rope, you jump off, and as you jump off, you hold direction. And you grab rope again. The keybind. Maybe like a progression would be to first master the icebox screens jump. Because it's the same tech. The moment you grab the rope, you need to jump again. Which you need to learn how to do for the icebox screens jump.
Yes, I'm pumped.
I say this is the first jump you learn, and then you can upgrade to the full rope tech,
I don't
maybe.
have to say this because you know my vibe, but stay clear on my explosions, okay?
Because essentially, the moment you grab the rope, you need to press jump to pull off this jump. And this jump's very easy if you've got the movement. Are you able to do that without the rope? Yeah, but that's not the point. Without the rope, it's actually quite hard, though. I can hit it, but not consistently. With the rope, I don't think I'd ever miss the jump with the rope. Without the rope is so hard. There we go. At the other side? No, the other side is really difficult. The other side is like really difficult now. It used to be easier. Fuck. You have to be pretty much like frame perfect to hit Gen 1 now. Too early. You have to grab the rope at the very end. This one's very easy though. Like, this one's super forgiving. Crouch, jump, uncrouch. Oh, let me try. Ooh, I see. I kind of clipped on it. Fuck. Maybe I just go for it. Nah, you kind of need the lineup. Fuck, it's so hard. If I'm gonna make a macro to do it, it would be cheating.
Out of charges.
Yeah, the screens one's very easy. I don't even have to look to hit the screens one. You hit it backwards? Wouldn't that be swag? Oh. Oh, that's high swag.
Out of charges.
Imagine though. Without the rope backwards though? Wait a sec. Who's letting him cook? Aw, not 2 in a row.
Out of charges.
Man, it's been so long since I played this map. Ooh. There's so much movement tech on this map that's like hard to learn. Like that jump right there is deceptively hard. I just hit. Icebox map, I feel like get rewarded the most for just constantly peeking. Yeah, you do. Icebox is super aggro. Oh, Rain Matt, thank you for the prime. Another Matt.
My ult's ready. Satchel out. 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 Satchel out.
Ooh, I bonked my head.
Satchel out.
Ooh, that can be clean if you use the bonk.
Satchel out. 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 Satchel out.
Which way does the... Is it this
Satchel
way?
Here comes the party! Ready? Satchel out. Satchel out. Satchel out.
It's so long. I think it is left, right?
Satchel out. Satchel out. Here comes the party! My ult's ready. Satchel out.
What happens if you ult straight up?
Ult's ready.
He's hit the skybox.
Satchel out.
Dude, I miss this map. So much forbidden tech on this map.
Satchel out. Satchel out.
Forbidden tech. Yeah, like random ass. This map is like knowledge gap a lot of the time. Like this angle, for example. And like here, Abu Sova. There's just a lot of weird geometry on this map that makes for like very interesting util usage. Like a lot of it's interactable. A lot of geometry that normally wouldn't be like interactable.
Scanning ahead.
Like just this little bit of snow is like, this is like the ultimate post plant art. Is the dude defusing the bomb is here and the dart lands there. It's there's so much dumb tech on this map. You see me do this one in the in-houses, but the reason why this ult works so well, you throw this recon and you immediately ult, is this recon lands here, so they'll always tuck from it. Notice it doesn't scan you until you're right here.
Right here.
So if you're back here, it doesn't scan you. So you throw that dart. As it lands, you press Sova ult, and you ult this whole lane, and everyone just dies. You like always get at least one if they're B. Dude, this one actually has the dumbest tech. This one's got easily the dumbest tech. Kitchen trip. That's kitchen trip left, though. You can't forget kitchen trip right.
Standing ahead.
So I believe it's here. Yeah.
Tough done.
Dude, I'm trying to remember all of it. There's so much dumb tech on this one. Is this the one? No. Here?
Tough done.
Oh. I'll line up better. Oh, that's way too deep. Oh, no, that's right. That's right. That's right. This is a goofy shock that lets you like route around lower, and the shock looks like it comes from belt. And so as it lands, you get the peak right here. It's like the shock comes, they get off the bomb, then they come back out looking up here. They tap and they're looking belt. There's so many of these. I miss this map. This chamber TP to tube. Yeah, I'm glad that shit's gone. I'm glad that one's gone. That was so broken.
Standing ahead.
You should take a look at this thumbnail I made. Gonna use for a YouTube video. Yeah. You get a D-. This is 2 screenshots slapped together. The font sizes don't even match. How could you tell? Font sizes can't match. Also, there's no styling whatsoever. Well, you know what? Do you got Photoshop, Kaiser? I'm just gonna make it for you right now. Boom, 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 boom. Color is this, you think? Boop, 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 boop. Do, 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 do. Do, boom. Boom. I think we can drop the good grades. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Boom. How do you select with the center point? Oh, bet. Oops. Do, 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 do. Obviously replaced with high res. Oops, what did I just do? Huh? What did I just do? Well, let's just delete that. What? Where is this? I can't even. I'm hitting Control Z. You no shit, Zori. No shit. I'll go last state. Alt Control Z. Oh well. We'll just delete this. I don't know what happened to my text. I did something. My God. Oh, you know what happened? I think I made it gray. What is going on with my text? Chat, what's going on? What? My Photoshop is like dead. Like, what's going on here? I'm gonna reboot Photoshop. This is actually... I'm losing my mind. I think I broke my Photoshop. That has never happened to me, like, ever. So I'm simply restarting it. You should select text and change colors. That's what I did. I Control-A'd it as well. No, it was lagging more than you could visibly see. Like, it was doing some work that it really should not have been doing. Like, what is up with this? There we go. Boom, boom. I don't know what was up with that. Okay, this is like more. This is more along the lines of what you're looking for. You gotta cook it a bit more than this, okay? But like, do you see the difference, dude? Like, you're not doing any work, Kaiser. You took 2 screenshots and you put them in. You didn't structure anything. I would still work on this text because I don't think it's like enough. You know, it's too much text. Do as I say. Kaiser to Immortal. Easy. And then like intro or something. And then your intro, you elaborate on this. You see how I'm cooking it? And I'm still not done cooking it though. Like the banana can pop a bit. Who's that guy that does those fake Discord message videos? You know what I'm talking? Beluga, thank you. Never mind, this dude's like too shitposty. Anyways, the way he does these, and I'll teach you how to do these. Is he basically will open up. Give me a sec. So let's say you want to get me saying something. But I'm going to get you saying something, okay? So here we have you, Kaiser. You're right there. And like, if you just inspect element, you can click on this shit and you can like change what it looks like. So let's find your name in here. There you are, Kaiser Impact. So we can just change it to Kaiser. Bam. And it's like, okay, well, I don't want this tag here. Delete that. Easy. You feel? And maybe like this today at whatever time is like too ugly. Bam, gone. And so you can come in here, like this can at least save you a lot of time if you want to get like a good screenshot. Because that's what he's doing here. You can get into the weeds of it if you know like basic CSS as well. Like if you want to change the color of your name, you know, but like if you want to make fake Woohoojin, you know, yeah, Woohoojin, you set the color. Bam. CSS is where you lose me. Just Google it. Just Google it. Kaiser. All you need to do is tell yourself it's not magic. It's understandable. Plenty of high schoolers learn how to do this. And then you can easily figure it out. I swear to you. They're like, people get hung up when something looks too difficult and they just like give up. Don't do that with like CSS. It's very easy. All right. Here's your shitty thumbnail. It's still not good, but it's better. Anyways, you go to thumbsup.tv, bring that thing in, and you start playing with titles. Sample text, you see, and it'll show you what it looks like. And this right here is where I would say, the Kaiser 2 Immortal text is like not big enough. How can I make it bigger? You feel? Because the text is not popping enough. And so I'd be like, well, can I make room? Like what happens if Hooj gets smaller? And then we can, I don't know, can we fit Kaiser 2 Immortal here? We do that, maybe. Wait, what? Control T is no longer transform. I'm hearing Control T and it's like it's growing. How do I transform it? I thought it was Control T. I want to shrink it. Why is it growing, right? I can't undo it. Bro, what? What's my Control T doing? Edit free trend. Wow, what? Hotkey Control T. You see that? Yeah, my Photoshop. I don't use this PC for Photoshop. I'm only using it right now. Wow, that was Control T again. What is it doing? We'll never know. Anyways, I try to make the text bigger when I see it like that. But like, there's so many visual elements. Like, is this too cramped? Like, this quote is so close to the edge. Maybe. You know? So maybe you delete the quotes. And you hecking add a layer and you draw a line. You feel? It might even make sense to segment. Background. Yeah, wait, now I'm cooking. Something very subtle. Maybe less subtle. For a red. And now I'm out here like super cooking. Because this Kaiser guy doesn't have Photoshop. And so I feel like I've got to fully bake his heckin' thumbnail. Bro, I'm trying to select this guy. I'm actually losing my mind. My hotkeys are like all whack. Someone tell Kaiser to join the EU queue. There's 9 people wasting their time because of him. I mean, wasting their time. Did Kaiser say they would join? Yeah, now the text fits. You see? Yeah, this is... There you go, Kaiser. There's a pretty reasonable thumbnail. You just gotta figure out how to title it. And this red might be a bit too aggressive, but I don't know. I think it looks all right. but like you need a good title to go with it. Okay, don't rush your title. Title and thumbnail are like half the battle, and then make sure your first minute of the video is not lazy. You need a good intro explaining exactly what the shtick is. Then the rest of the video can be pretty trash and people will still like it. All right, gamers. I cooked a bit hard on Kaiser's thumbnail, so we went a bit over time, but I don't think anybody's mad about that. I'm going to send a raid. Thanks for tuning into Variety Sundays, where we do who knows what. And it's very low key. Enjoy your in-houses, in-house people. Who's live? Boo, boo, boo. Boo, boo. Let's see, who else is streaming Valorant? We're not going to raid somebody this big. We have a smaller viewer count, so I think we should raid a smaller streamer. Road to Immortal. Ah, nah, this guy's hecking like smurfing or some shit. Boom, boom, boom. I'm looking for somebody trying. I want to root for somebody, you know? No, I just tuned in. Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. I'm live like every day. Valorant doggo goes burr. Attracted my attention. Pistol round any IGL?
How can I mute me in game?
Nah, their audio is way too quiet. I'm sorry, but their audio is just way too quiet. Those look like human hands to me. Tried fixing my sleep schedule and I what? I woke up at 10 p.m. Nah, that's unhealthy. Can't be encouraging that to your audience. Washed Immortal player dominates Christmas elves in ranked. They've got funny title energy. I think it'd be really funny. This guy comes back to a raid. I'm not gonna lie. Have a nice day, everybody. I'll catch y'all later. Happy Christmas Eve. Enjoy the holidays. Hope you enjoyed the variety stream. Thanks for tuning in. Peace out.